Hi there and welcome to today's video. So just before I get started with the actual intro, this video is going to be a little bit about politics, but I'm going to try and keep it as neutral as possible. So if you don't want to know about politics for the UK, but also keep it nice and calm in the comments down below, because I don't want people to get offended or anything, so I don't want to try and offend anyone. So now that is that warning, I'm going to go on to the I'm going to do the intro. Right then, so hi ladies and gentlemen, this is Joe Special 1993 here, and today I am going to speak to you about the war between two politicians, Rishi Sunak, who was the PM for Great Britain at the time of recording, and Keir Starmer, who is the leader of the Labour Party. So I am going to talk to you a little bit about both of them and why I'm actually talking to you about this war, this war that's going on. So it's two politicians, and so Rishi Sunak is part of the Conservatives or Tories, and Keir Starmer is the head of the Labour. So Rishi Sunak is our current Prime Minister, and he called a general election. I am going to do some more information on that general election very, very shortly. So then, on with the video about this war between Rishi Sunak and Keir Starmer. Stay tuned for the end, because it will be my overall viewpoint, if you will, on the thing. I know that I did say it would be a neutral video. I am going to try and keep my viewpoints as neutral as possible. So then, on with the next part of the video. Right then, so what is a general election? So a general election is where the current Prime Minister wants, it's like where they want a reshuffle, and it normally happens every 4 years. So the general election this time is on the 4th of July, and you have to vote for different parties and different people. So, for example, Nigel Farage is Reform UK, Keir Starmer is Labour, Rishi Sunak is Tories. So I am going to so the general election. So each parliamentary department or parties, not departments. So that's Lib Dems, Reform, Labour, Tories, they all manifest what their plans are, and then people vote on that. So, for example, the Labour are manifesting on franchising the train network and some other stuff. And then the Tories, obviously, it's the one that's gone viral. They're talking about the national service that Rishi Sunak wants us to do when we are 18. But I do think, to be honest, I'm going to speak a little bit more about my opinions on both sides of the argument, then I'm going to do a conclusion, just so that it's easy structure for me. So yeah, so basically the general election is where the public get a voice. So we do have different types of elections. They've got general elections and local elections are the main ones. So the London elections, they took place a few months ago, and that was, I think, to get the Mayor of London. So you do have mayor votes, you do have all that stuff, but you can take that out on your local parish council website, and that will not be in the description down below. So then, now I'm going to talk about my opinions on Rishi Sunak and national service. So just as a quick reminder, I am going to try and keep this video neutral as possible. Right then, so I am going to now talk about Rishi Sunak and one of the main things that he's manifested on, which is national service. So national service is where you work where you volunteer in the army and stuff like that. So you can either do a 1-year army course, or you have to do every single month community work or volunteering. Now, I do think the community work and volunteering is good, but the year in the army option, only I think it's 30,000 people can actually go for that, and I know that some people might not be able to go to that, but yeah, so that is that. But even with the monthly volunteering work, what if people are like on holiday, like say what if people are doing like uni and stuff and they're on that 1-year placement, why would they have to come into the UK and like search, like why would they have to come back to the UK and do community work when they've got their education, they've got everything that they need? I think it's just like, I think it's stupid really that Rishi's doing it for us. And then with the viral TikTok where this kid was like, why do you hate us? And then Rishi replied with, it's a choice and stuff. So that is, I just think it's really, really, I don't think it's bad, but I think it's not the way to have Britain running, because people want jobs, people want to go abroad, and I know that obviously the visas and stuff could cover that, but on say like that 1-year placement abroad for university, why would we have to come back? So yeah, that is my opinions, and now it's on to Keir Starmer. Yeah, so now moving on to my opinions on the Keir Starmer and the Labour Party. So Keir Starmer is one of the candidates to run for Prime Minister, and he is the head of the Labour party. So what difference between Labour and Tories is, I think personally, they're like structures. So currently, one of the things that stand out for me is that they're manifesting to franchise national rail services. Now, at first I thought that was Lib Dem, but I did some research, and in fact it is the Labour Party. So, I honestly think that nationalising and franchising the rail network is just better, because it means no competition for different companies, which means more drivers will stay with the company. It means fairer ticket prices and all of that stuff. So it's more of a benefit for like you guys and the public, instead of like what Rishi's doing, which is like, I feel like he's against us, but like other parties want us to go out and do stuff. So I think that is where he's coming from in that instance. But I just personally think that what the Labour are manifesting to do is just better than what Rishi Sunak is. And it's not just that, it's all the other ideas that we've got in place, which off the top of my head I can't think of, but they just like are better. And even just reading like the structure that it's in seemed a lot more professional than like Rishi Sunak's. And like, yes, Rishi Sunak isn't just doing the national service, he's also like gonna look after other things. But the thing is that with Keir Starmer, he like, take it for example. So when it was rattling it down and Rishi Sunak and Keir Starmer were out, I think it was on a speech. Rishi Sunak had an umbrella, or a person holding an umbrella, and Keir Starmer had an umbrella and a person holding an umbrella, but Rishi Sunak didn't, and he looked really unprofessional, and he actually just looked like a drowned rat. And that just goes to show that he just wants people to care about him, but it just looks stupid and it looked unprofessional. And I think that's like what the problem is with Rishi, is that he's like got that act of unprofessionalism. Yeah, that word. And I think honestly that is why I personally think Keir Starmer's the better one for being PM. But that is that. So yeah, so I'm gonna do a little conclusion on what I think, and again I am gonna keep it neutral as per usual. So now it is what I think. Right, so in conclusion, I think that Keir Starmer is the better one with his Labour Party, just because I know, yes, that I'm a transport geek, and I know that that's probably part and parcel of it, but I still think his like way of professionalism and stuff is just what we need. And I know that Rishi Sunak wants us to do national service to help the community, but I think once Labour have got used to all the powers and stuff, they will help us help the community. And I think that's probably one of the bigger things on it than usual, because like each like party, obviously they've got their own main focus, and I know that it depends on your opinion, but as a youth, I personally believe that Keir Starmer's the better one, and I'm always open to share my opinions, and I don't care what you think. Well, half the time I don't care what you think, sometimes I do think, but it's just one of those things where it's a little bit like Rishi gets like competitive, and even though we had Liz after Bojo's stepped down, we had Liz for like 2 weeks, it felt like, but then the Queen died, and then now we've got Rishi, and we've had him for about a year and a half, if not a year, and I know that it's time now to go for the general election, and I think most people are happy with that, even though, let's be honest, I don't think, and loads of people, and some of you can agree with me on this, but I think that Rishi will probably not get into Prime Minister, and I do think that I've got a feeling that Reform UK may have a chance, but I do think that the Labour Party will have the chance, and I know that they'll do the good things and stuff like that. So yeah, so that is my opinion on that. So now I'm going to say my goodbyes, and I do have a few announcements to make as well. Right then, so thank you for watching, and I hope that you do, and I hope that you do like the video. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. So here is a few announcements. So my TikTok account is launching when I get to 200 subscribers, and like I said about how to edit the jump transition video, I do think that the TikTok's going to be bigger than YouTube in a few years, and I'm thinking I'm going to do like behind the scenes and live stuff on my TikTok account and stuff like that. So that'll all be launching when I get to 200 subscribers. I'm hoping to get 200 subscribers by the end of July. So yeah, so I'd just like to say massive thank you again. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. Link to my TikTok is in my community page, which was released yesterday. So that leaves me with one final thing to say. Get out there, keep on chatting. I'll see you later, guys. Right then, so now we are going to move on to the my opinions on what has happened. Right then, so as you can see, there's a different light. Right now. Right then, so in conclusion, I think that Vs Starmar is the more professional one. Personally. Just because I'm lost for words.